So I'm speaking on what? Recipe to success. So number one recipe to success is what I call the law of focus. The law of what? So hear me, child of God, you can never be successful if you are not focused. You can never be successful if you are not what? If you are not focused. What is focus? Focus is anything that consumes your time, consumes your energy, consumes your attention, and consumes your finance. Can I take it again? Focus is defined as anything that consumes your time, consumes your energy, consumes your attention, and consumes your finance. So whatsoever you give attention to is where your focus is. Whatsoever you give your time to, whatsoever you give your energy or your finance to, is where your attention is. So hear me, child of God, you cannot define you cannot define focus without mentioning attention, without mentioning time, without mentioning energy, and without mentioning finance. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So life is about focus. And it is only focused people that succeed. Can I take it again? Life is all about what? Focus. And it is only focused people that does what? That succeed. Invariably, it means you cannot succeed in life except you are what? Focus. You cannot succeed in life. You cannot succeed in destiny. You cannot succeed in career. In fact, you cannot even succeed in business except you are what? Focus. So it is focus that precedes success. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It is what? It is focus that does what? That precedes success. So there is no how you can talk about being successful and you will not talk about being focused. There is difference between a starter and a finisher. Hello? There are many people that have good starts, but they have bad end. Hope you've seen people like that. They have what? They have very sound start, but they have what? Bad end. So what makes the difference between a starter and a finisher is what? Focus. There are people that have dream. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. And you see the energy. You see the passion they put. But after some time, the energy dies. The passion dies. Why? Because their focus have shifted. Their focus have what? Have shifted. That is why the Bible says, if your eye be single, your body will be full of what? Light. What does it say invariably? If your eyes is on something, you will reap the harvest of it. Are you know what I'm saying? Have you seen somebody, maybe all these athletes, and they are about to run, and somebody say, on your track, get set. If you watch them, they are kneeling down, but their eyes is always on the tread line. Hope you know that. Their eye is always what? On the tread line. Once you say go, speed everywhere. So when somebody just say, oh, look at his big head, and you just divert to look at the person that say, look at his big head, what happened? Invariably, it has lost the race. So hear me, child of God, many of you are losing out from the race of success because you are not focused. You might think you are doing the right thing. Are you know what I'm saying now? But gradually, you are drifting away from the line of what? Success, because your life lacks focus. It is not about doing 20 things together at the same time. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It is not about doing 20 things together at the same time. It is just about doing one thing and doing it right. Hello? Doing one thing and doing it what? Right. Any day a medical doctor decides to act in the capacity of a carpenter, what happens? Failure begins. Any day a carpenter decides to act in the capacity of a medical doctor, there will be casualty. So many of you are gradually becoming casualty to success. Gradually you are drifting away from what? From success. I pray it will never be your portion in the name of Jesus. So it takes a focused person to be a good finisher. It takes what? A focused person to be what? A good finisher. So I can start a race with Chamberlain. And maybe as we are running, something caught my attention. And I decided to slow down to look at the thing that caught my attention. What happened? I have lost the race. I might have a very good start. But once there is a break in focus, I will have a bad end. So that's not what I'm saying now. So it is one thing for you to have a good start. It is another thing for you to have what? A good end. What guarantees a good end? It is not how you start. It is the focus along your race in life that determines how you will end. Can I take it again? What guarantees a good end, it is not how you start. No. But it is your focus along the race of life that guarantees where you will end the race of life. So by the activity or by the things you do along the race, you can determine if you will end well or not. Hello? It can determine if you will end well or not. When a man has a gold mine, he will also have a gold mind. Can I take it again? When a man has a gold mine, he will also have what? A gold mind. Let me break it down so that you can understand what I'm saying. When you have the mind that, oh, I want to succeed, then you should also have the capacity and everything it will cost you to succeed. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You have what? The capacity and everything is going to cost you to do what? To succeed. So it is not about just having a goal mind. You have a goal in mind, but yet you don't have the mind to carry out the goal. It's a failure. Say, oh, I want to become a medical doctor, but I don't like to read. Have you seen things like that before? Have you heard things like that before? Say, I want to become a medical doctor, but I don't know, I don't like how to read those big textbooks. And yet, you get admission into medical school. What will happen at the end of the day? Frustration will set in. Because every time you will be repeating a course, you have the goal in mind, but you don't have the mind to achieve the goal. So hear me, child of God, it's not just about you having a goal mind. You must also have the mind to achieve the goal. So look at me. If you have a goal mind and a goal mind, and you are a good finisher, I can guarantee you nothing can stop you. So invariably, you are the only you that can stop you in the journey of your life. Hello? What am I trying to say all this while? Is that you are the only you that can stop you in the journey of your life. Forget about demons. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Look at me. When you begin to glorify demon more than process, you are a lazy person. Looking for excuse. There are people, they glorify demon more than process. Every time they are talking about demon, every time they are talking about powers from their father's house, every time they are talking about powers from their nativity, but yet they ignore all the principle that guarantees success. Even if power did not fight you, you are a failure already. You know, there's this saying that says, early to bed, early to rise, right? And yet you want to rise early. Maybe you have interview and you want to rise early. And you know the principle that early to bed, early to rise. And you are sleeping at 4 a.m. You watch Nollywood till 4 a.m. and you say, I want to stand up by 5 a.m. What happened? I can guarantee you wake up 7 a.m. That is if you are disciplined. But if you are not disciplined, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. The Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. So hear me. The only reason why men fail is lack of focus. Hello? The only reason why men fail is what? Lack of focus. So hear me, child of God. Money cannot be the reason why you fail. Foundation cannot be the reason why you fail. Your background cannot be the reason why you fail. The only reason why you can fail the exam of life is when you have lack of focus. When your focus is not straight, failure is inevitable. When your focus is not straight, failure is what? Is inevitable. For example, you said, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. You started a business, and hear me, child of God, I'm going to talk about the failure system. You know, I'm giving you recipe for success. So failure is also a recipe for success. But I'm going to get there. You started a business, and your business didn't do well. You dropped that business. You went to pick another one. You fail again. You drop that one. You went to pick another one. You fail again. And can I tell you something, child of God? Everybody that succeeded in business was once a failure in that same business. See this hamburger. Did you know how many times they tried hamburger and yet they failed? Did you know how many times they tried to produce Coca-Cola and they failed? The same Coca-Cola that has become household name. The same hamburger that has become household name. So hear me, child of God. There is no successful man without a track record of failure. No one. So what am I trying to say? If you start something and it did not go the way you planned, it does not make you a failure. What makes you a failure is that you quit from trying again. Is somebody getting what I'm saying now? If you start anything in life, hear me, child of God, I did not start prophecy by calling name. There are times I will stand somebody up, I will prophesy to the person, and the person will tell me, all these things you are saying is no. Hello? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I have fasted and prayed for somebody in the hospital and the person died. What if I've quit and I said, no, I'm not sure God called me? Do you understand? But comfortably today, I can look at anybody and pray for any kind of sickness, and there will be testimony. But there are times that I pray for common headache, and headache did not go. And the person said, Pastor, as you lay hand on me, I'm feeling the pain more. And you're now asking yourself, is my hand now, has my hand become armor that is making the pain increase? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Am I communicating to somebody? So lack of focus will make you live like a locust. How many of you know locusts before? You've seen a locust? They don't have a permanent resident. They can be here today, tomorrow they are here. That is why you can see a man that you know yesterday, that the man is into selling of shoes. But today now, the man is selling pure water. Say, Oga, why you know they sell shoe again? Say, now dry season with them, now people need water. People need water. And once we shift to rainy season, the person will start selling umbrella. Have you seen people like that before? They start selling umbrella. Every season they change business. You can never become a master like that. Hello? You can never become a master like that. That is why the English word say, jack of all trade, master of none. Only you are a mechanic. You are a barber. You are a tailor. Talk. Wait, how many of you understand what I'm saying? That you just say, oh, I want to say, oh, God, they do them. Oh, God, they do them. You will end up living like what? A locust. Because nobody will know you for something. And you are not successful until they know you for what you are doing. Hope you know that. That in that career you have chosen, you are never a success until they know you with that. When they mention your name, what comes to the mind of people that makes you a successful person in that career? At least if you mention Dr. Felix Okpotu, what is the first thing that will come to your head? Author. Am I saying the truth? Or, and that's why we call him the apostle of author. So how many of you want to live like a locust? Let me see your hand. You want to live like a locust? But can I tell you something? Even if you are not focused in a relationship, you will end up being used. Hope you know that. You are dating this person today. Tomorrow, you are dating another person. Tomorrow, you are dating another person. You will end up being used. Hello? Say, no, now the person where they supply water, now you go tire. You where they collect water, your body, they hear them. You will never be like this forever. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? So look at me. How will you feel one day? You came to church. And I went to the door there and I said, I am the chief usher. How will you feel? And I'm directing people. Hear me. What I'm doing is good, right? It's good, right? But is it right? Is it right? Now look at me. One of the things focus will help you do. It will help you do the right thing, not the good thing. Did you just say what I said now? Focus will help you do the right thing, not the good thing. If I just said, oh, now I want to go and be learning drum set. I want to go and learn keyboard. Is it good? It's good, right? But is it the right thing for me to be learning now? Or somebody in GS3 is reading, is solving WAEC question. What he's doing, is it good? Yes. But is it right? Because that's not the right time. So focus will help you to streamline between the good and what? And the right. So what focus people do, they do the right thing, not the good thing. Am I communicating here? They do what? They do the right thing and not the what? The good thing. So hear me, child of God. Life can be very dynamic. Life can be very what? Dynamic. And life can be very specific. What am I trying to say? Look at me. I can tell you where I will be in the next 10 years. Not because I'm a prophet, no. I can tell you where I will be in the next 5 years. Why? Why? Because I am focused at what I am doing. And let me tell you, child of God, life is like a graph. You can either appreciate or what? Depreciate. Life is like a graph. You can either appreciate or what? Depreciate. So when you put the right thing together, you look at me, you can tell how your life will be in the next 5 years. Have you heard people that said, oh, I am not surprised where I am today? Hear me, they are not boasting. They know what they've put together. For example, let's assume you get an admission and you choose to study a course of 3 years or 4 years, at least minimum. 4 years. Then they have some institutions that are 5 years minimum, maximum, right? At least call it University of Technology and Co. 5 years. Then conventional universities 3 years, 4 years, and blah blah blah. Apart from medical students. So now, for example, you get admission as a business admin student. And in your school, it is expected that at the end of 4 years, you become a certified graduate. And you enter into school, and the first thing you join is cultist. You party every time, every time. Can I tell you something? You might not leave the school after 4 years. Am I saying the truth? You might spend another 4 years in that school. But the original time that you are supposed to spend in that school is what? 4 years. And yet you will see another person that say, I will not plus 1 day in this school. What strike? A seconds will never be what? Added to my day. Why did I say that? Because I know the law of academic sources. And what is it? Number 1, attend lectures. Number 2, write by yourself. All this, I will collect your note, is a sign of failure. I'm not going to understand what I'm saying. Look at me. I'm teaching you law of academic sources. Number 1, attend all lectures. Number 2, write by yourself. Don't borrow notes. Because the person you are borrowing his note, he might decide not to write what the lecturer said. He might decide to write it in his own understanding. And when he gets to the exam hall, he knows how to interpret his understanding to what the lecturer wants. But you that you borrow the note, you will go, you will read what is in that note, and at the end of the day, you will fail. Because that is not what the lecturer wants. But the person decided to put it in a way that he can easily interpret it anytime, any day, to the lecturer's language. For example, now, if you steal my iPad, or maybe you are a pastor, you say, Pastor, borrow me your iPad, I want to go and preach, I will give it to you. And I can tell you, you will be frustrated. Why? Because after my study, I just picked out points. 1, 1, 1, 1. That forms my message. You understand what I'm saying now? So I now give you the iPad. You tell, go and preach sources. You will just go there and say, sources. Sources. How many of you understand what I'm saying now? Or for example now, maybe choir, they are doing rehearsal. And the music director comes out with a sofa note, right? And he says soprano. You put your own is do, so, fa, la, ti, do, re, so, la, ti, do, so. They understand what it means. Do you understand what I'm saying? They understand the rhythm to that note. And you just come, borrow their note. And you say, we have a choir presentation. And he said, soprano, Do, so, la, so, do, re, ti. What the church go do? Say, pastor, you need to come and conduct deliverance on some people. But today I'm not talking about academic success. I'll talk about academic success when God gives me the go ahead. But hear me, child of God, I can give you a blueprint to succeed as a student without cutting corners and without stressing yourself. To succeed as what? As a student, I can give you the blueprint without cutting corners, without bribing anybody, without writing something inside small paper. How many of you did that? How many of you did that? Or you'll be passing answers, you'll be passing question paper. Lecturer will say, write your name on your question paper. You will use pencil. You will use pencil. And you will tell your departmental mates, you sit down here, let me sit down here. You know what? You know number 2. As they just give you question, you're just say, me, 1, 4. This one say, me, 3 and 2. So, this one will solve question 1 and question 4. After solving it, he will copy it at the back of the question paper. That one will solve question 3 and question 4. Copy it at the back of the question paper. So once they will just pass it, pia. That one will carry a razor, clean the name, put his own name with his matric number. This one will carry a razor, put his own name with matric number. So do you know the funniest thing? Anytime lecturer is coming to check them, they will now open to that page where it has their name and their matric number. The next thing, they will now be eating biro. You have like, immediately the lecturer shift, you don't open again. I can tell you how to succeed academically without all these things. Hello? Academically without what? All these things. Another way to succeed academically without cutting corner, make sure you read your note every day. Don't pile up. At least the highest lecture you can have in a day is 3. See, if you have more than 3 lectures in a day, maybe you have carryover. Or you do borrow courses. That's the truth. University standard, the highest lecture you can have in a day is 3. Maybe 1 in the morning / afternoon, then evening. And that's why I told you, maybe you had carryover. Or maybe you're a 100 level student. Or see, look at me. Or either you are doing maybe elective courses. That is when you can have more than at least 4 lectures in a day. And each lecture is at least maybe 1 hour. Or 2 hours. And you will not write in the whole 2 hours. There are some things that you don't need to write down. So that few notes you jot, make sure you read it immediately you get back home. Do you understand? If you write it with your pen and you read it when you get back home, it will stick forever. Because as you open it, since it is your pen and it's your handwriting, you understand what you wrote. It will stick forever. But some of you say you will now compile them. By the time you want to read Monday's lecture on Friday, you have forgotten how, in fact, the formula you wrote, you have forgotten how you generate the formula. Frustration don't start, failure don't start. Am I saying the truth? Michael, you say, what do you? So hear me, child of God. Your greatest enemy is the one that wants to help you break your focus. Hello? Your greatest enemy in life is not the one from your father's house. It's not the one from your mother's house. Your greatest enemy is not the one from your land of nativity. Your greatest enemy is the one that knows that you are focused about something and they want to assist you to break your focus. That's your greatest enemy. For example now, maybe you say you want to become a nutritionist. And you say, and somebody say, how many nutritionists for Nigeria I don't see we get money? Hello? Are you aware that many of us have changed career because of this thing? Huh? You want to become somebody and somebody will say, oh, okay, you better don't deceive yourself. Look at me. I have one of my neighbor. He's also doing this thing you want to do. He poor. Look at me. Before you know it, they've planted something into your system. Take it or you leave it. That thing they planted will affect your destiny. So before you know it, all the energy, all the passion, all the zeal you came with, it will drop. That's your enemy. Run from that person. Have you heard what I'm saying? Do what? Run from that person. Anybody that wants to assist you to break your focus is your greatest enemy. Look at me. The easiest way to destroy a man's goal and dream is by giving them another one. The easiest way to destroy a man's goal, the easiest way to destroy a man's dream is by giving them another one. What am I trying to say? Me now, I'm a pastor, right? And somebody just say, oh, I want to introduce you to business. And I decide to go into that business. I'm a failure in disguise. Because look at me. Every energy I have put into my pastoral calling will be divided. Are you aware? And can I tell you something? Look at me. If you want to live comfortably, work 8 hours. But if you want to make impact, people that makes impact works more than 8 hours in a day. If you really want to live comfortably, at least work from 6 to 12. I mean from 8 to 4. Good. But if you want to make impact carriers walk around the clock. What time did you call me this morning? After 4. Was I sleeping? Was my voice sounding like someone that is sleeping? After 4. I've been up since 12 a.m. And look at it. We'll finish first service, do second service, and we are still having prayer this night. Hello? We are still having prayer this midnight. I think among all of you, it is only Godwin, Ella, Alfred, and Joy that has been attending the midnight prayer. And some of you want to command the same result these people are commanding. You are joking. Now, what am I trying to say? Look at me. We prayed here on Monday, stroke Tuesday. I had counseling. I was busy throughout that Tuesday. We came back here, prayed on Tuesday, on Monday night, stroke Tuesday morning. I had counseling. I had 1 or 2 things to attend. We left here around 6. I came back for Wednesday service. So no matter the time the service ends today, no matter the time I get back to my house today, by 10 p.m. I must be back here. Why? Because this one thing I have chosen. But if I'm into some other things, are you aware that I cannot give the same attention I am giving into my calling? Because this one will demand for his own time, this one will demand for his own time, that one will demand for his own time. So when the enemy wants to destroy you, it does not come as an enemy. It will introduce another goal. It will introduce you to another dream that is different from your God-given dream and destiny. And once you buy into that, you are a failure in disguise. For example, you have chosen to become a stylist. And somebody say, you better see graphics designing, now dear money day now. You are a failure. Because can I tell you something? In the graphics design, you did not have passion. It was not passion that propelled you to go and learn it. You went to learn it because you are looking for a temporary relief. Am I saying the truth? So look at me. If the thing is not coming to what you want, you will be frustrated and you will drop it. Going back to your stylist business will become like a shame. Before you know it, you are frustrated in life and destiny. Am I communicating? So broken focus creates instability. Hello? Broken focus creates what? Instability. When your focus is broken, you will never be stable. You are here, you are there, you are here, you are there. If you want to be a music minister, let us know you are a music minister. If you want to be an hairdresser, let us know you are a hairdresser. If you want to be a tailor, let us know you are a tailor. If you want to be mixing organic cream, let us know you are mixing organic cream. I'm not laughing, I'm serious. If you want to be a career person, let us know you are a career person. But not today. I won't go find job. You know, see job, tomorrow you come back. I won't go learn hairdresser. Do you know there are people like that? Eh? It is their situation that curates their destiny. Their situation directs their decisions. So look at me. When your focus is broken, two things that happen. Number one, it creates instability. Number two, it creates insecurity. You are not secure in what you are doing. James chapter 1 verse 8. Read it for me. James chapter 1 verse 8. James chapter 1 verse 8. Are you there? Oh, yeah, read it for me. James chapter 1 verse 8.
A double-minded man.
A double-minded man
Is unstable in all his ways.
is unstable in all his ways. A double-minded man. I told you I have one around me the other time. He was privileged to travel with me. So, it was a crusade. So, Papa PA was not available. And Papa sent for me that, okay, Felix, you have always been around, so you can do it. So, come. So, as I was going, I think I just newly got married, so I don't want to leave my wife at home. So I drove and I asked my wife to follow me, and the guy staying with me and some other persons. So I was the one coordinating between Papa and the guest ministers. I think Eben was around, and I think Joe Praise or somebody. About two of them were around in Benin. So I gave him my car to go and pick Eben from the hotel and bring Eben to the event, the place where the crusade held. So I think that was the first time he seen Eben or coming close to Eben. So immediately he dropped Eben and said, Kai, I want to be like Eben. That guy fresh. Hello? See that guy fresh. So the following day, and you know this Joe Praise, he liked to wear all this shine thing. I don't know where in Taylor they always see all those shine thing for him. The guy like Aswani where Aswani market. Where they sell this shine thing. So the other day, this following day, Joe Praise just wore all this shine thing come. Because he, hey, Daddy, he been the learn work for where Joe Praise day. See, See as in cloth, just a glitter. Iben. I know. Iben the learn work. Joe praise now, Papa. I want to be like Joe praise. Yesterday, you want to be like Iben. Today, you want to be like Joe praise. And look at me. See this picture you are seeing here. This picture you are seeing here, this is not Dr. Chris Okafo. Dr. Chris Okafo is more handsome than this. Hope you know that. Any picture of Dr. Chris Okafo you see, the picture did not produce Dr. Chris Okafo. Dr. Chris Okafo is more handsome than this, is more fresh than this. If you stand close to him, you will think you are standing close to a glass. His skin glitters. So I think the third day, I was with Papa from morning till night. So we were going to the church, we were going to the event. So I asked him to help me bring suit from my own hotel. So he brought the suit. So one Papa's son came to visit him in the hotel. So he escorted the son down to the reception. So immediately my boy saw Papa. I think that was the first time he had a close view of Dr. Chris Okafo. Say, "Chai! I want to become Dr. Chris Okafo. No. I want to become a pastor. Damn, I'm fresh." 3 days ago, Iben. 2 days ago, Joe Praise. Today, Dr. Chris Okafo. So if by tomorrow, if you see Archbishop Nicola Duncan Williams, Dr. Chris Okafo, they learn work. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Bible said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So one thing, choose one and become a professional in the one thing you have chosen. Look at me. A wise man once said something. A wise man once said something. He said, "I do what I do as if there were no other thing else to do in the world." Hello? Can I take it again? He said, "I do what I do as if there are no other thing else to do in the world." Have you seen the passion I involve in ministry? Is it that there are no other things I can do with my time? There are better things I can also do with my time. But those things does not get my attention because that is not where my focus lies. My focus is anything around church. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So look at me. Your name will never become an household name in what you have chosen to do until it has taken your time, your energy, your attention, and your finance. Sisters, can I ask you a question? And I want you to be real with me. A brother that does not spend on you, a brother that does not give you attention, a brother that is not concerned about your well-being, can you end up with that kind of brother? So the same way it is to success. So when success sees that, oh, this guy wants to be successful, he's not giving me attention, he's not giving me his energy, I can't take his time. You say no. He only wishes to be successful. But look at me. There is different for you to wish something. There is another thing for you to have the mind of what you wish. Somebody get what I'm saying now? It is different for you to say, oh, I wish to be a billionaire. It is another thing for you to have the mind of billionaire. Because one thing about billionaire, they are risk taker. So do you have the mind to take risks to become the billionaire you want to become? Somebody know what I'm saying now? And I've told you something, that 21st century success is in the mind Until you have the mind for success, you cannot succeed. Until you have the mind. So success is not about what you come to church and pray, clap your hands, speak in tongues and fast about. No, there are mind to achieve success. And until you have the mind, you cannot succeed. So this new level you are wishing, do you have the mind? Do you have what it takes? Do you have what do you have what to offer? Do you have what it takes to achieve it? Or else, you will wish from now till next year and nothing will happen. Is somebody know what I'm saying? You will wish from now till when? Till next year and nothing will what? Will happen. It will not be our portion in the name of Jesus. Look at me. Obstacles are seen by distracted people. Hello? Can I take it again? Obstacles are seen by what? Distracted people. You can only notice obstacle when you are distracted. Can I tell you something? Let me make us understand this. Maybe you are in a relationship with me. For example, maybe I'm your boyfriend or something. Or your fiancé. Let me use that. I think that one is better than boyfriend. Maybe I'm your fiancé or fiancé or anything. And we are courting. Can I tell you something? People might be noticing error in me. But you that you are in love with me, you will not see the error. But any day you are emotionally done with me, you begin to see my error. Am I saying the truth? They'll tell you, oh, that guy is stingy. You say, no, he no get. Huh? So that guy, he lacks respect. He said, no, maybe when you talk to him, in the verse. How many of you understand what I'm saying? You will always be making an excuse. You will always be making an excuse. Because you are what? You are emotionally entangled with that person. So you are not seeing what others are seeing. And that was why I told you, if you want to make the best choice in your marital journey and in your marital destiny, if you want to make the best choice, both of you go to somebody that is not emotionally attached to both of you. They can tell you the truth. Huh? But for example, you want to marry, maybe you want to marry my sister. And I'm the pastor of the church. And I've been praying for my sister to marry. And you now come that you want to marry my sister. And I know that my sister has bad character. What do you think I will do? I will market it like, so you see this my sister, eh? In fact, God favored you. God favored you. Just go and sleep. I know she has bad character. But because I am emotionally attached to her, I won't tell you the truth. So I can see clearer than you. And you know what I'm saying? So look at me. Anytime people begin to bring evil news about what they've chosen as career, I can tell you their attention and their focus is broken. Say, for example, maybe I'm a pastor and I say, you cannot be a pastor that people will know. You must put your hand into something. Anytime you hear me say that statement, know that my attention is broken. Am I saying it? So every child of God, obstacles are always noticed with people that have broken focus. So tell your neighbor, guide your focus. Tell your neighbor, guide your focus. So how can you protect your focus? Let me just give you 4 because of time. Have I blessed somebody this morning? How can you protect your focus? Number 1, always look at your future. Hello? Always look at what? Your future. Don't always look at tomorrow. There is difference between tomorrow and your future. Are you getting what I'm saying? That thing you have chosen to do, the outcome of tomorrow might not be like what you have seen to be the future. So when you put your attention on tomorrow, you might be distracted, but always look at the future. Read Philippians for me. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14. Brethren,
I count not myself
myself
to have apprehended.
But
this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Which are what? Before.
I press towards the mark. For the prize of the calling of God. In Christ Jesus.
I press towards the mark. So no matter what is happening around me now, I have a future. And I will not allow anything to stop me. Have you heard what I'm saying? So look at me. For you to protect your focus, you must always have the future in mind. You are doing something and it looks as if the thing is not going well. And somebody said, oh, are you sure that this thing will end the way you plan? He said, don't worry, give it time. Do what? Give it time. Give it time. The Bible said, no, it might time. But it will surely come to what? Come to pass. Give it time. Tell your neighbor, look at the future. Don't look at now. And that is why several of you have lost your husband. Yeah. Several of you have lost your God-given husband. Several of you have lost your God-given wife. Because you are looking at now. You are not looking at the future. The guy came with one blue shirt. Every time he's coming to your house, it's one blue shirt. So immediately enough, your gate man says, madam, auntie, your friend, they find you, so let him wear another blue one. The guy that is wearing blue one today can sponsor a whole nation to buy material tomorrow. I think I've shown you some of my picture before. Look at me. 5 years ago, if I had some of you out to report this meeting, 5 years ago. But today, now let's assume I'm single. There is nobody that will ask out there that will not say yes. Am I saying the truth? So look at me. Don't always be interested in the finished product. Always look at the raw material. I told you that when I met my wife, when I asked her out, one thing happened. Her salary as an air hostess, her 1 month salary is my own 6 month salary. So that means once she collects salary 2 times in a year, is my own 1 year salary. And look at me, one thing, that is her basic salary. Anytime they do international flight, they give them $200 per night. So let's now assume she does like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 international trips in 1 month. That means her arrears for 1 month is my salary for a whole year. And when I told her I want to marry her, is it not pride? Her salary as at that time was 240,000 or thereabout. My salary minus tithe is 36,000. Our friend looked at her and said, what? Among everybody you know, Felix, I forbid it on your behalf. let's say this. Our friend was married, pregnant. And she told herself, this girl don't marry. She did her husband out. She did choose for people I never married. No. So the day she told me yes, I was thinking, but she sat me down and she said, tell me where you will be in the next 5 years. Kabaho, Shatala, Bagadia. I don't they talk like that's when they drop out here. But today, God is faithful. We are not there yet. We are not there. Look at me. I am not in any way close to my future. I'm telling you, I am not in any way. For example, maybe my future, the distance between me and my future is Lagos. I'm still in Port Harcourt. I am not in any way close to what God told me about myself. I am not in any way close to it. That's why I said, nobody will die. Nobody will die. But in the next 10 years from now, if they tell you I have private jet, don't doubt it. If they tell you I'm giving out house, don't doubt it. Because I know what God told. So number one way to protect your focus is by what? Paying attention to the future. Apostle Paul said, this one thing, I am pressing on to the mark. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Number two, mastery is a function of focus. Hello? Mastery is a function of what? Focus. Another way to protect your focus is to become master in what you have chosen to do. And you cannot become master in anything if the thing does not take your attention. And I've told you, child of God, that what you do every day becomes your lifestyle. And your lifestyle forms your character. And your character forms your habit. And your habit forms your destiny. Can I take it again? What you do every day becomes your lifestyle. And your lifestyle becomes your what? Character. And it is your character that forms your habit. And your habit forms your what? Destiny. If you are a lazy man, I can tell you will die poor. No matter I bad poverty in my father's house, the Bible even said it. As a matter of fact, the punishment for laziness is that you should starve to death. But you don't see it in your Bible. So you must develop what? Mastery. You must become master. Number 3. I have 5 more minutes to go. Number 3. Focus determines strength. Hello? Focus determines what? Strength. When you are focused on something, you don't get tired. Are you getting what I'm saying? When you are focused on something, you don't do what? You don't get tired. The reason why you are complaining of tiredness every time is because you are not focused. But when you are focused on something, you will always have strength. At least sometimes you will see me who will close vigil 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I will still be here sometimes till 3, 4. The following Sunday I will still come. I will still close service 3 o'clock. They will still be begging me, Pastor, let's close. But because it's not what you have chosen, even 3 hours for church, Pastor, don't close it. Because it's not where you have your focus. So focus does what? It generates strength. If you see a music minister, every time he's interested in listening to song, writing score down, scoring song, but to me that is punishment. Because that is not my focus. My focus is, oh, let's share scripture. I don't understand what I'm saying. So focus generates what? Strength. Number 4. For you to protect your focus, watch what you hear, watch what you see, and watch what you meditate on. Hello? Can I take it again? Watch what you hear, watch what you see, and watch what you do what? You meditate on. Tell somebody, what do you always hear? Can I tell you something? In the olden days, they will tell you, show me your friend, and I will tell you where you were here. But can I tell you the 21st century? Show me who you listen to, and I will tell you where you were here. Because you are what you listen to, you are what you see, and you are what you meditate. Hello? You are what you hear, you are what you listen to, and you are what you meditate. So if you're always listening to negative people, if you always commit your ear time to failure, you become failure. And that's what I say. If you work with 5 billionaires, you will be the 6th person. Look at me. No matter how much you love your husband, if you work with 5 divorcees, you will be the 6th person. I'm telling you the truth. Because every time you sit down, the only thing they will be telling you is the weakness of their husband that made them and that scattered their marriage. So when you go back home, you will start looking at those things in the life of your husband. Once you see it, say, hey, this is what my friend saw, and they left. Me too. I'm going. But look at me. If you have successful people as friends, even when the powers of your father's house is speaking failure, I can guarantee you will be successful. Because either you like it or not, if you want to remain in that relationship, you will be forced to be successful. Am I saying the truth? You will be what? You will be forced to be successful. You won't need anybody to pray for you. It will become what? A passion. It will become a burden. Because look at me. Nobody prayed for me to start reading. I was forced to read. Hello? I was what? I was forced to read. Because there are relationships that God brought into my life. And anytime we sit to talk, we are talking about the 21st century thing. We are talking about 21st century church. How to take over the 21st century church. And everybody is bringing something. Everybody is having contribution. Everybody is bringing something to the table. I say, but when they see this thing, say that book. Look at me. What takes more of my money now is good, not good. Hello? What? I went to 𝗦cie. I went to Asaba. So, one papa saw, he was just mentioning name of books. He said, Pastor Felix, I was mentioning my own. We were gisting. I would say something, I would quote the book. I would say something, I would quote the book. I would say something, I would quote the book. So the guy started mentioning his own. He would quote the book. He would say, pop. This is where they talk. You know, go to the bookshop. And a spot. I bought book more than 80,000 at a spot. Now, if you come to my room now, everywhere is littered with book. My library is filled. And yet I never buy a book. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for you to protect your focus, but look at me, if I am relating with mediocres, don't tell me you do the carry good people. Oh, wow. Do you understand what I'm saying? What will happen? They will put that focus. So look at me. For you to protect your focus, be careful of what you see. Be careful of what you meditate. Be careful of who you listen to. Anyone you listen to controls your destiny. saying? Anyone that can control your airtime controls your destiny. Can I tell you one thing, child of God? If you faithfully follow everything I'm teaching you, you will be successful. Because what? I am also a success. And you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot. Finally, as we pray, finally, keep the right people around you. Hello? Keep the right people around you. What am I trying to say? Be mindful of relationships. Permit only relationship that can help your focus. Be mindful of relationship. Can I tell you something, child of God? I told you something on Sunday, that when God wants to bless you, He will introduce somebody to your life. And when the devil also wants to destroy you, he introduces somebody into your life. Look at me. The devil did not need Delilah to finish Samson. What did the devil do? He just introduced one stupid Delilah, and the destiny of Samson crashed. So, for you to protect your focus in life and in destiny, and in whatsoever thing you have chosen to do, you must be mindful of what? Relationship. Everybody must not be your friend. Be deliberate about relationship. Be intentional about relationships. Am I communicating? Be what? Be deliberate about relationship. Be intentional about relationship. Oh, my friend, I like you. You are very good, but we are not going the same direction. You cannot want to be a medical student and you are making friends with a law student. Huh? But have you seen when lion and cat is working together? Even though they look alike, but they don't work together. Have you know what I'm saying? So be deliberate about what? Relationship. Be intentional about relationship. Everybody must not be your friend. Make friends with the people that looks like where you are going to. Not just people that looks like where you are going to. People that are working to get to where they want to get to. Because I want to be a very good doctor too. You know, it's easy to say. So don't worry, I want to be a very good doctor too. But no problem. My first year, I don't have anybody to help me. So they gave me animal husbandry as course. And they gave you admission as a medical doctor. And the person said, don't worry, after year 1, I will cross to medical, to faculty of health. After year 1, 2 things will happen. It's either that one that is in medicine, cross to come and meet you in your faculty of agric. Or you cross to medicine. So I've told you that relationship will do 2 things in your life. It's either what? A blessing or a lesson. So success is achievable, but you must understand there are many spices, there are many recipes to success. Have I blessed somebody this week? Stand with me.